A very warm welcome, everybody. Today, the team of Parvasi has come to the Jeevan Niwas retirement village, where a community centre is being developed for the seniors of Brampton. Several MPs, councillor, and the mayor of Brampton, Patrick Brown, has also joined us here. Hi, so I would say that this is a very a much needed initiative for the seniors of Brampton. So, what do you have to say about it?
So I've been approached on this last term by Sonny there and the guy from English Prestige to develop this. And I remember the staff was kind of pushing back and forth. So this term we brought it to reality. This is a great project for seniors. It's about 155 beds. They have nice landscape. It faces conservation, and that's what we need for seniors living.
Thank you so much. Hi, Patrick. So, I would say that this is a much needed initiative for the seniors of Brampton. So, what do you have to say about it?
I'm elated. We're pushed to make sure we can get this project off the ground. A shovel's in the ground, as they say, and today's the day it starts. And so this project will have 155 beds for seniors, for seniors catered retirement living. So this is a great day in the city of Brampton.
155 beds at the moment. Are you planning to increase it further in the future?
Well, this would be up to the operator, but this is a pretty impressive project. This is a top-notch facility built by a great operator, so I'm excited to see it built.
Good morning. Welcome to Jeevan Niwas retirement groundbreaking ceremony. I'm Sandeep. We welcome everybody to our groundbreaking ceremony. The objective really is to provide retirement living, aging in place for our seniors in the South Asia community. Welcome.
Hi, Harkirat. So I would say that this was a much needed initiative for the seniors of Brampton. We know that there are 155 beds being inaugurated here. Any message that you specifically have for the seniors?
Yeah, मैं बस यही कहना चाहता हूँ कि this facility was much needed. Jeevan Niwas, the facility, 2 towers focused on the living, and then एक medical building भी आ रही है, so 10 towers in total. I think it's amazing. I think it's good to see private investors helping out our community as well, giving back. I think we should all be proud, and we're here to support the project.
Thank you so much.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਹਰਕੀਰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਿਟੀ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਵਾਰਡਸ 9 ਤੇ 10 ਤੋਂ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਐਤਕੀ ਉਮੀਦਵਾਰ ਵੀ ਆ ਸਿਟੀ ਕਾਉਂਸਲਰ ਲਈ ਵਾਰਡਸ 9 ਤੇ 10 ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ 4 ਸਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੋਢੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੋਢਾ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਮੇਜਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟਸ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਹਸਪੀਟਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਬ੍ਰੈਂਪਟਨ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਜ਼ਿਟ ਫੈਸਿਲਿਟੀ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਤੇ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਸਕੂਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਹਿਣਾ ਤੇ ਪਰ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਦੀ ਵੀ ਲੋੜ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਨੇ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਐਡਵਾਂਸ ਵੋਟਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਵੋਟ ਆ ਕੀਮਤੀ ਵੋਟ ਆ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਐਡਵਾਂਸ ਵੋਟਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਓ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਐਤਕੀ ਅਕਤੂਬਰ 24 ਜਦੋਂ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਡੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦਿਨ ਆ ਉਹ ਦੀਵਾਲੀ ਬੰਦੀ ਛੋੜ ਦਿਵਸ ਦੀਪਾਵਲੀ ਤੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੋਟਰਸ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਪੋਰਟਰਸ ਆ ਉਹ ਐਡਵਾਂਸ ਵੋਟਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਪਾਉਣ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਹੋਰ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਆਪਣੀ ਵੋਟ ਪਾਓ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਓ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਕਾਬਲ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਉਠਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਮਿਹਰਬਾਨੀ ਜੀ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
I'm the founder and president of Origin Active Lifestyle Communities. We are a partner with Parm and Sandeep. We focus on operating the buildings after they're built. So as I like to say, we have the job of delivering on the promises made during the marketing and development. So we're looking forward to that. First, before we get started, I want to acknowledge that today, as I see many of you wearing orange, is the national holiday or a national day of recognition of, I just want to make sure I get this right, the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. So that's extremely significant. I would also like to acknowledge that we are on traditional lands of the territory of the Anishinaabe, the Huron-Wendat, the Haudenosaunee, the Ojibwe, Chippewa peoples, and the Mississaugas of the Credit of the First Nations. It is particularly important that we see an alignment in our country today in 2022 with what has happened in the past and where we're going as a nation in the future. So I just wanted to start off our discussion and our meetings today, our presentations, with that acknowledgement. So thank you. So, you know, I've been doing this for 35 years of my life in senior housing, and it is an absolutely astounding accomplishment to get to where we are today, right? In the South Asian community, this is an especially significant day because, in my opinion, it really heralds a new movement and positioning of ourselves in the community to find ways of caring for our seniors and doing it in the most dignified, honorable way. A project like this doesn't start in 2 days. You know, I was speaking to Mr. Parm Shahal today, and he talked about his father having this vision almost 19 years ago, which is remarkable, right? So I think you have to give a lot of appreciation for Parm and his family for sticking with it and to getting here together. So I just wanted to point that out. I just want to also talk a little bit about today's schedule of events, okay? So we're going to have a few presentations and some speeches. Sandeep Dupar, who's Parm's partner and a real driving force in this project, will come up after me, and then Parm. And then we have a number of dignitaries here today for which we thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to come and celebrate with us today. So, and then after, we're going to have a groundbreaking ceremony, which is, you know, in construction terms, that's the biggest and most important day in the life of any project, right? You break ground, you start. 2 years hence, we'll be ready to open the Jeevan Niwas community. I want to quickly say that I'm of South Asian heritage, but I was born in the Caribbean, so if I don't pronounce things properly, please don't shoot me. So Praveen, he's been coaching me on how to say names properly, but I just want to mention that. So without further ado, I want to introduce Sandeep. Sandeep has become a really good friend of mine. He very early on approached us, and the single most important thing is recognizing that the care and services to older people who are aging over time is a sacred trust, and it's a very complex and very, very difficult business because you're dealing with not only healthcare, but hospitality and human beings aging. So Sandeep has trusted that to us And he and Parm, over the years that we've been working together, the pandemic kind of knocked us back a little bit, but here we are. And so, Sandeep, I'd like you to come up, please.
Good morning. I'm Sandeep Dupar, the managing partner for Jeevan Niwas Retirement Village. I'd like to welcome everybody to this special day today. It's a very, can I speak in Hindi? Okay. आज दिन है हमारे लिए बहुत खुश दिन है जितने सारे लोग हैं यहाँ पर आए हैं वो मुश्किल के साथ आए हैं क्या कहते हैं मेरी हिंदी इतनी अच्छी नहीं है मैं कोशिश कर रहा हूँ okay बहुत thank you करता है City of Brampton, Region Appeal, the Mayor, our partners like engineers, architects, बहुत काम किया सारा दिन 2 साल लगे हैं हमको यहाँ आने के लिए अभी 2 साल और लगेंगे Jeevan Niwas, what does that mean? Jeevan Niwas basically it translates into 2 words. Jeevan, life, home. What a way to start our retirement village. Okay, I would like to take a moment to reflect on the true purpose of Jeevan Niwas Retirement Village. The project started with a vision to provide our aging community seniors with a home with premium facilities in which they can age gracefully without worrying about their daily chores. Basically, in our South Asian community, seniors stay with their children. That's our culture, right? This has been going on for generations and generations, but times are changing today. आज लोग husband and wife दोनों काम करते हैं बच्चे स्कूल जाते हैं बच्चे activities करते हैं बहुत busy है ना the seniors get isolated at that time so what happens then the seniors get depressed the health issues come up so a lot of things happen to the seniors that's where this vision started but I also want to reflect as well because my father went through the same situation where my mother passed away 11 years ago and my father didn't want to move in with any of the kids and his health went down the tubes. His diet was not great, and therefore, he passed away last year, but God forbid that, we don't want this happening to other seniors as we grow. Okay. क्या कहते हैं immigration ज़्यादा है immigration लोग ज़्यादा यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं immigration के लिए भी जो आते हैं वो बच्चे आते हैं यहाँ पर स्कूल के लिए आते हैं जॉब के लिए आते हैं but वो जो अपने पेरेंट्स वहाँ पर इंडिया में छोड़ के आते हैं वो भी यहाँ पर क्यों नहीं आते कि वो burden नहीं बना चाहते बच्चों के लिए well that's what we were trying to change is that burden okay like any other basically like any other family our seniors want to have fun they want to socialize they want to be with their loved ones the basic requirements such as prepare from scratch nutritious meals having meaningful conversations basically in our South Asian languages and that's one of the things Jeevan Niwas is going to really focus on is speaking in Hindi Punjabi Tamil, any South Asian language, we're going to have one staff member speaking each language. That's the key, providing South Asian meals. And the meals will be prepared in a different way that we're going to have a separate kitchen for vegetarian, non-vegetarian, and Jain cooking. So we're going to really focus on that as well. Before we get into that, I also want to talk about some social factors. Okay. Basically, if you look at, according to the Stats Canada, about 30,000 personnel aged 75 and older in Brampton in 2021, and about 1/3 are South Asian. That being said, in the future, the pace of growth of 75-plus population in Brampton is nearly double the growth rate for seniors in the GTA in Ontario. By the end of this decade, the 75-plus population in Brampton will increase by 84%, compared to 47% in the GTA and 42% of all of Ontario. All these stats and social factors have assured us that Jeevan Niwas is here for life. We want to grow this brand, and we're here for the community. Jeevan Niwas, again, is a private-funded retirement home. We're spending $80 million. It's privately funded. And we're going to have 155 units here. 155 units में 103 होंगे वो independent living होंगी, 36 वो assisted living, 16 will be memory care units. हमने 100 jobs यहाँ पर create करेंगे सिटी में ब्रांटन में 100 jobs. As you know, many other communities have retirement homes that cater to their community. It's time that South Asians do something as well. Okay? Our South Asians will be provided with a choice of lifestyles that includes flexible care, housekeeping, exceptional dining, dedicated kitchens, and also basically fitness and cultural events. हमारे जीवन निवास में 24/7 नर्स होंगे. यहाँ पर जो तीसरी बिल्डिंग बनेगी वहाँ पर डेंटिस्ट होएगा, डॉक्टर होएगा, क्या कहते हैं, ब्यूटी सैलून, फाइनेंशियल, फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट, and convenience store वहाँ पर भी होएंगे. To truly bring the essence of home, the most common South Asian language we'll be speaking, as I said before. Soon we'll be focusing on new technology. Technology is changing these days, and really is about to bring, when a loved one brings their parents to a retirement village or retirement home, we got to really provide the home, the children, the family members with some information on a daily basis. Today they're getting maybe monthly, but we're looking at new technology where we can provide feedback to the seniors, families on a daily basis in terms of their activities, in terms of what they're eating, in terms of their health, things like that. At Jeevan Niwas, retirement isn't the end, it's just the beginning. I really believe this is the starting point for our community to feel more of a home and our project for our community to be appreciated of. I am proud of what we have accomplished today and what we are about to embark on to start the construction. Jeevan Niwas retirement will be a great resource tool for our community in this great land. I cannot thank the people involved in this project enough, trusting us, continuously supporting every step of the way. Thank you, and let the journey begin.
Thanks, Sandeep. You can tell how passionate he is about this, and everyone knows that in anything that takes tremendous effort, it is fueled by passion, right? And for Parm and Sandeep, I must tell you that there's always been an abundance of passion in their commitment to making this happen. You know, there's never an end of supply of people who will tell you you can't do something, right? But it takes intestinal fortitude and belief in doing the right thing to make things happen. I just want to spend a couple of minutes with you to talk a little bit about what's really the essence of Jeevan Niwas, right? It's creating that great quality of life. I feel like we are uniquely positioned as a company to help make Jeevan Niwas a reality, and hopefully not just in the GTA, that we will have an opportunity to look at the global South Asian community that is aging, right? As Sandeep said, the first baby boomer turned 75 last year in 2021. Think about that for a minute, right? Aging does not skip over cultural groups. The South Asian community is part of the global aging phenomena. And the essence of aging is understanding that as we get older, we deal with loss, right? Loss of our physical and cognitive abilities, our vision, our taste. Sorry, I'll stop moving. So physical and cognitive deterioration, this is just a cycle of life. It's always been that way. It doesn't spare any human on the planet, so we're all going to get there. But what's really exciting is that there are companies like Jeevan Niwas and Origin who are committed to really making that later stages of living really exciting and positive. But it's not easy, right? You're dealing with human beings who are losing their physical and cognitive ability every single day. And it's not a bad thing. We embrace it. You know, our company, we have about 500 people. We've been in business for more than 20 years. We're around the world now. And what I've discovered is that, you know, if you listen and you're in tune with the community and you hear what people are looking for and you don't assume that you know everything, right? The days of top-down management are gone. This is 2022. These are the baby boomers and the parents of the baby boomers. They tell you what they want, right? And it's up to us to deliver. So whether you're in the South Asian community, I've done stuff in the Italian community, in the Chinese, it doesn't matter, right? It's the philosophy of respect. The next most important thing I want to talk about, which is near and dear to my heart, is our talent development and training systems. We call it the Origin Academy. As you're all aware, coming out of this pandemic, staffing is the single greatest issue affecting healthcare today. And we as an industry need to do a better job of engaging people, especially young people, to come into this, to come into our industry. Sandeep talked about how many people are aging and how fast they're aging in Brampton. We can't get away from that. We need to do a better job of engaging young people and training them and making them understand that it can be really exciting and rewarding to be in the senior housing and care business. And that's the essence of the Origin Academy, and it's something I am absolutely going to guarantee you that will help deliver on the promises that we're making with Jeevan Niwas. The other thing I want to mention is that very early on in my conversations with Parm and Sandeep, they talked about Jeevan Niwas not being an island unto itself, right? Yes, we're building a campus, but the campus had to feel like it belonged to the community. And the community needs to feel like Jeevan Niwas or have open arms. So right from the very beginning, we started talking about this concept that we have in Origin called the Club Origin, where we also invite, and we go to people's homes in the community, right? And we do home-based wellness, not home care, that's the government. Home-based wellness, but why? Because we want to create a robust social community so that, when we have events, Diwali or something, that, people from the community come in and celebrate with us. So that's the other thing I want to absolutely assure you that is fundamental to this new business that we're creating. Myself and my team are around if anybody has any questions or concerns you ever want to mention. npershad@origin.ca. Next thing, I'd like to invite the man with the vision and the dream, Mr. Param Shahal. Keep it close to your lip.
Thank you guys, first and foremost, for coming. I'm going to walk, Pat. I'm going to get my steps in, right? So that's what Binder told me, get your steps in, Param, so I'm going to keep walking. But I do want to take this time out to say thank you to everyone, because I know everyone's got a busy schedule, especially the municipal campaigners. Pat 14 is here, councillor, and he's going to say some words. We had the Mayor Patrick Brown, Har Kurt was here, and Gurpreet was there, and they're all campaigning, but we stuck Pat 14, we made him stand, as you're not going nowhere. You can't go, because this year you were fundamental in it. I remember a few years ago, actually not a few years, about 18, 19 years ago, Dad called me. Dad was in England, and he goes, retirement home wale pata kar. Son, find out about retirement homes. We need one in Canada. There's a few in England that people are doing it for mainstream, but we need one for the South Asian community in our area. So, although I gaf, do-tin bade player ko gaya pata kita, I found some research, and the cost was pretty high back then. And so we went back to work. We're developers and construction people. We worked till we had enough money to do this. We came back about 4 or 5 years ago. We bought this property, and we started working on it. COVID happened, planning happened, took delays, and then we were struggling along, and things weren't working, and then Pat got involved, and he said, okay, let's get this show on the road properly. He did his magic, got Steve Ganesh from the city manager planning on the file, and between these two, they were instrumental, along with our engineering team, Kandav Khan, architects, the TechnoArc, and the building architects, Antrix. They were instrumental with the whole team to get this thing pushed through. We were very fortunate last year and a half, things started to move. Before it was this COVID, this, that, it wasn't happening. But then like they say, when it's going to happen, it's going to happen. The timing is now. We're very glad and very fortunate to be in where we are. We're in Brampton, growing community, but we're forgetting that it's growing and we don't want to leave anyone behind. Community grow ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹਦਾ ਕੋਈ doubt ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਪਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਸਕਦੇ। ਆਪਣੇ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਵੀ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਘਰੇ ਰੱਖੋ, ਰੱਖਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ। ਸਾਡੀ ਦਾਦੀ ਜੀ ਘਰੇ ਸੀ ਜੋ ਪੂਰੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੀ, ਦਾਦਾ ਜੀ ਘਰੇ ਸੀ ਪੂਰੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੀ, ਰਾਈਟ। ਸਾਡੀ 4 ਪੁਸ਼ਤਾਂ ਘਰੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ, ਪਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਆਮ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਮਮ, ਡੈਡ, ਮੀ, grandparents, everyone live together. We were fortunate, big house, but that's not the case for everybody. Nowadays, husband and wife are working, parents are older, one parent's left, kids are busy with their programming, and that's the way of the future. So we want to make something, ਵੀ ਉਹੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਣਾਵੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਬੰਦਾ ਆਵੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਫੀਲ ਹੋਵੇ ਵੀ ਯਾਰ ਮੈਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ ਗਿਆ। ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਹੈਗੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਕਈ ਰਿਟਾਇਰਮੈਂਟ ਹੋਮਸ, ਪਰ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਦੀ। ਨਾ ਖਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਾਸਤਾ ਖਾ ਲਾਂਗੇ, ਕਿੰਨਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਰਗਰ ਖਾ ਲਾਂਗੇ, ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਲਟ ਰੋਟੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ, ਰਾਈਟ। ਸੋ ਰੋਟੀ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ, ਕੋਈ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਗਾ ਜਾਂ ਆਪਦੀ ਬੋਲੀ ਬੋਲਦਾ, ਆਪਦੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਸਮਝਦਾ ਆ ਵੀ ਹਾਂ ਅੰਕਲ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਸਮਝ ਕੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਪੀਪਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਗਏ, ਹੋਰ ਸੇਮ ਸਮੱਸਿਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਨੰਗੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ, and they will then help you enjoy your years, because ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਬੰਦਾ 70 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਬੁਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ। ਉਹ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ 90 ਸਾਲ ਤੱਕ, 100 ਸਾਲ ਤੱਕ ਬੰਦੇ ਬੜੇ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ। ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਰਕੀਟੈਕਟ ਅੰਕਲ, ਧਰਮ ਅੰਕਲ, 90 years old, he's an architect, he's fit as a fiddle. So this is now, this is life now. It's not people are dying at 70. So at 70, life is beginning. 80, life is beginning. You got life to go yet. And you want to be around people who share the same experiences as you, who really understand that, hey, I know my son dropped me here first. I felt bad, but you know what? I'm glad because now my son's doing his stuff with the grandchildren. They come see me. We have the rasoi here where I can cook for them, and we have time here. But at the same time, let them do their thing and I can hang out with my friends. ਮੈਂ ਤਾਸ਼ ਖੇਡਣੀ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਕੁਛ ਕਰਨਾ, ਹੋਰ ਕੁਝ ਦਿਨ ਮਨਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ, ਇੱਥੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੁਝ ਮਨਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ। ਘਰੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਕੋਲੇ। ਸੋ ਦੈਟਸ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੇ। ਅਤੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਦਾ ਲੈਵਲ ਹੋਣਾ ਉਹ ਹੋਣਾ ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਟੂ ਨਨ। ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਨਾ ਮਿਲੇ, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਵੇ ਸਰਵਿਸ। ਸੰਦੀਪ ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਾਲ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਦੇ, that's why he's a partner, because he comes from very high end services. ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਦੇਖੋ, ਸਾਰਾ ਇੰਤਜ਼ਾਮ ਸੰਦੀਪ ਨੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਇੱਥੇ। ਐਂਡ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਰਾਈਟ ਨਾਓ ਛੋਟੇ ਆ, ਤਬਲੇ ਵਾਲੇ, ਸਿਤਾਰ ਵਾਲੇ, ਐਲੀਵੇਟ ਕੀਤਾ, ਫੂਡ ਵਾਲਾ, ਜਿਸ ਗੁਡੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੇ, ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵੀ ਤਾਂ ਗੁਡੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਗੁੱਡ ਕੁਆਲਿਟੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ, ਕੋਈ ਇਹਨੇ ਸਟੈਂਡਰਡ ਸੈੱਟ ਕਰਿਆ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਵੀ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ, ਫੂਡ ਵੀ ਦੇਣਾ। ਸ਼ੈਫ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਸ਼ੈਫ ਆ ਰਹੇ ਲਈ, ਐਵੇਂ ਸ਼ੈਫ ਰੱਖਣੇ। ਸੋ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਜੈਨ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕੋਈ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੈਜੀਟੇਰੀਅਨ ਵੈਸ਼ਨੂ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕੋਈ ਨਾਨ ਵੈਜੀਟੇਰੀਅਨ, ਸਭ ਕੁਛ ਹੋਣਾ। ਐਂਡ ਕਿਚਨ ਵੀ ਅਲੱਗ ਬਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਅਸੀਂ। ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਆਮ ਜਾਓ, ਉਹਨੇ ਕਿਚਨ ਅਲੱਗ, ਆਪਾਂ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਚਨ ਅਲੱਗ ਹੁੰਦੇ, ਇੱਥੇ ਅਲੱਗ ਕਿਚਨ ਹੋਣੇ ਆ, ਇੱਕ ਵੈਸ਼ਨੂ ਲਈ, ਇੱਕ ਜੈਨ ਲਈ ਅਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਾਨ ਵੈਜ ਲਈ। ਸੋ ਦੀਜ਼ ਆਰ ਦ ਥਿੰਗਸ ਵੀ ਥਿੰਕਿੰਗ ਆਫ, ਰਾਈਟ। ਇਟਸ ਰਿਲੀਜੀਅਸ ਰੂਮ ਹੋਣਾ, ਥੀਏਟਰ ਹੋਣਾ, ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਸਵਿਮਿੰਗ ਪੂਲ ਵੀ ਹੋਣਾ। So this is going to be a very nice place to live and live out your final years. But it's a long time. Not जिन्ना बंदा आओगे तो enjoy करो, उन्ना लंबा जाऊँगा। जिन्हें आदि community मिलती है, आदि language मिलती है, वो भी इतने सब कुछ मिलेगा। नाले फिर नाले memory care है कि पता भी as people get older, अपना पुल लगने हैं, जाज़ कट जाती है, वो memory care floor भी हैगा, assisted living भी हैगी है, भाई जितने कई बच्चों को help चाहिए, तैयार होने, सौन ले, गोलियाँ, वो सब कुछ होगा। नाले दूसरा तो है ना भी रोटी तो बनूगी, right, for regular. So सब कुछ सोच के कर रहे हैं. So we're very, very excited. तो ये team भी आ रही है. Neil's got lots of experience how to run this. He's got lots of experience. But it's not just our team here. We've got other people here in the community that are doing some good stuff who we bounce ideas off as well. I know there's Gurpreet here from Indus. He does lots of work in the community. And we work together on this stuff. So we're very fortunate that everybody has come together and make this a very, very good proposition for the community. But just to get the word out there, let people know what we're doing, we had to hire a marketing team, and here's Praveen who's done all the marketing for it. And over the next couple of years, he'll be doing a lot more work, and you'll get to know more details of what we're doing here. But that's from me, guys. I don't think I could talk forever, and I try not to walk around too much for these guys. But I'll let it go and get back to Neil so he can say some more words. And we've got some dignitaries here who are going to say some words as well.
Is Pat Fortini? Oh, come on up, Pat. Thank you.
So thank you everyone for being here, and Sandeep and Parm. So I'm the regional councillor for the area and also the deputy mayor. You know, some stuff that Parm said, I remember when he came to me 5 years ago with this project and at the city, and I looked at it and I said, you know, not bad, but then I'm home that night, I really thought of it, because you go to Columbus Center, you got the Italian people. You go down to Ronsonsville, they got a community for the Polish people. And I said, the South Asian, that time, reunited. We set up a meeting with staff that day, and they pushed back. And they said, no, we can't have it because it's too far from a hospital. And I remember I got so mad, I think a couple of words slipped out, and Parm chased me out and says, what are you doing? I said, well, we need it for the South Asian community. I cannot put my mom, 89-year-old lady, with a South Asian community when she doesn't know the language, the food is different, and I think this community needs it. So the term went by, and COVID went by, and then we had our staff, Steve Ganesh, meet with Parm again and really pushed it through and helped the region and make this a reality for the South Asian community. So I was glad I was being part of it, and I tried my best, and here we are 5 years later, we got it done. So thank you to you and Steve Ganesh and our staff, and also from the region. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we'd like to invite MP Sonia Sidhu to come up.
Good morning, Sat Sri Akal, Namaskar. First of all, congratulations, team, opening the first ever South Asian community Jeevan Niwas. Jeevan means life, so thank you for giving culturally appropriate services to our senior, because our seniors work so hard. And I know this is a little bit late, we are all vouching for that, but you know, it's a right step on right direction. So congratulations. Let's give a big round of applause to Jeevan and Paramiji. Thank you so much. And we all know tomorrow is the National Senior Day. What a great gift you are giving to our seniors. So, you know, I want to, I'll take just 2 minutes from you. When I was campaigning, this is my third term. Thank you so much for giving me time, the third term. When I was door knocking, especially our long-term care homes, South Asian seniors, they hold your hand, they don't let you go because they want to speak to you. They want to talk to you. And then food, we all know we love spices. So this is the culture appropriate. When Paramiji was saying that, "Ette sara kuch roti milogi," you know, when I came from last night, I came from Orwa, the first thing I ate, I'm looking for dal in my fridge. So this is because we are so used to eat our own food. So thank you so much for giving the senior that dignity which they required. Any help, you let us know on the federal level. We work in a team. I know Maninder Sidhu, MP from this riding. He has, the parliamentary services. He's busy. But on the behalf of my team, behalf of the Government of Canada, congratulations. And we are always there for you. And thank you so much for giving this gift to our seniors. We need more, Jeevan, these type of houses, we need more in our, because when we are talking to our seniors, I know Marna is there. She's always, when we are going there, and then she knows that, how important senior needs are. And we know we have our senior minister, she's working hard on aging well, how our seniors can live at home. But this is something, when we don't have a time to spend time with our seniors, and this is the place where our senior can enjoy. Again, congratulations once again, and keep up the good work. Thank you. And I want to present a token of appreciation. Please, Sandeep and Paramiji, if you can come, and then I want to. And one thing, Neil, and I don't know, who was working very hard on this project, thank you so much.
That's great. You know, it's always good to get the national perspective on what we're doing locally. Next, I'd like to call to the stage MPP Nina Tangri.
Thank you so much, Neil. To Sandeep and Parm and to each and every one of you, I just want to say congratulations. But more than that, I want to say thank you. Thank you for recognizing this dream. And it's not just a dream of our parents or us or our children. It's a dream that the entire community needs. Jeevan Niwas is going to fill that massive void that we have within our community. Yes, we've seen some of our community be in a Yihong Center and some other places, but that culturally sensitive dal roti, as Sonia was talking about, is not available. And even though we've made some strides where we've had a floor maybe with the South Asian food and language that's been spoken, it's not always doable. So this makes a huge, huge difference. Premier Ford was hoping to be here today, but as you know, it's the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. And as you can see, we're all dressed in orange today to respect and understand that. And as we respect and understand our Indigenous community and the lands that we're living on, it allows us to understand ourselves and respect ourselves and our community and ourselves going forward on what it is that we want to see. But you know, I am going to ask Hardeep to join me up on stage, my colleague from Brampton East, and as well, and as we present greetings from Premier Ford. When Praveen reached out to me and said, we have this project and we want you to come and we'd like the Premier to join us, I was like, I think I was jumping up and down. You probably heard me scream in the background. Finally was the words that came out of my mouth. Finally, vision was here for us to know. Communities have talked about this for decades. We've talked about it for a long time. But it really takes the initiative of a group of people that say, we're going to actually do it. So thank you, Parm, to your dad for pushing you to do this and to make sure that we recognize our communities. So I'm just going to read the scroll from our Premier of Ontario. Jeevan Niwas Retirement Village Groundbreaking Ceremony. Congratulations on the groundbreaking of the South Asian Retirement Village. I recognize that many South Asian Canadian seniors have made sacrifices to give their children and grandchildren a better life in Canada. I want to thank them for all they have given and continue to give to their families, their community, and to our province. Many thanks to everyone who made this facility possible. I know many South Asian Canadians want a care facility that provides aging parents and grandparents a genuine sense of community. Our government has the highest regard for seniors and their families. That is why we remain committed to working with the community and our healthcare partners to help seniors stay healthy, active, and engaged. Congratulations and best wishes, Premier Doug Ford. I just wanted to add two more things, is that I think the words that came out of your mouth, and Param and Neil and Sandeep, was dignity and respect. We owe it to our parents. We owe it to ourselves. I'm thinking by the time this is ready, I'm probably going to need to move in anyway. So I think it's just so important that we recognize the need, which you've done. We found a great location, which you've done. Now let's get it built. Thank you again.
Thank you, MPP Tangri, and I'm just going to take a moment to just echo on everything that's been said by Parm, Sandeep, MPP Sonia Sidhu, MPP Tangri, Pat Fertini. We're all on the same page here, and we're very happy that Jeevan Niwas is being built because Parm Paji, your team really helped fill a void in our community, and especially for a community such as vibrant as Brampton and specifically Brampton East. So thank you for building Jeevan Niwas in Brampton East, and thank you for bringing these services, because I remember when I was just a few minutes ago talking to Parmpaji outside, and we were talking about quality of care, and I love the fact that this project is focused on delivering high quality care for our seniors, and the emphasis is on Jeevan Niwas, building a life home, and bringing the seniors here, making sure they feel like they're at home, and the idea of bringing the culture into this home and celebrating events together, and bringing everybody together to make sure that they feel like this is their extended family. So the thought process behind this project is absolutely amazing. Hats off to you guys for filling this void in our community. And on behalf of the Government of Ontario, we're extremely happy that you're pursuing projects like this. So thank you for all the hard work that you do. We know it was no easy fight coming all the way here after the years of planning and dedication, and I'm sure stress that it probably caused to get to this particular moment in time, but we're very happy to see this project flourish. We're very happy to see that our seniors in the future will be receiving amazing care, and the attention to detail that you guys have put in, and especially during the presentation today about the different types of wards, the kitchens, and the every single little thing has been planned for, and that's something that I really love about this project. So thank you for delivering this amazing care service for our seniors here. Once again, on behalf of Nina Tangri, myself, my colleagues, Prabmeet Singh Sarkaria, Amarjot Sandhu, Graham McGregor, Charmaine William, all Brampton MPPs. Unfortunately, they weren't able to make it here today, but they're all also very excited to see the growth of this project and see how it's going to help seniors in the future. So once again, everyone, thank you very much.
And if we could ask you to join us on stage for this presentation from the Premier. Thank you.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਇੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਕਰੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ। ਨਵੰਬਰ 7 ਨੂੰ ਮੈਨੂੰ 52 ਸਾਲ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋ ਜਾਣੇ। ਮੇਰੀ ਉਮਰ 29 ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਸੀ। ਵਾਟ ਆਈ ਵੈਂਟ ਥਰੂ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਲੌਂਗ ਸਟੋਰੀ। ਬੈਨ ਉਦੋਂ ਕਨਵੀਨੀਅੰਟ ਤਾਂ ਨਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਆਈ ਐਮ ਇਨ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਸਿੰਸ ਐਂਡ ਆਫ 1973 ਟਿਲ ਟੁਡੇ। ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਮ ਪੂਰਾ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੈ। ਤੋ ਇਸ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਤੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਟ ਦਾ ਸਵਾਲ ਹੈ, ਚਹਿਲ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕਲੋਜ਼ ਹੈ, ਰਿਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ਼ਿਪ ਵੀ ਹੈ। ਆਈ ਐਮ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡ ਆਫ them, ਭਾਜੀ ਸਵਰਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਅਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਪਰਮਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ। ਅਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਦੇਰ ਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਤੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਬੈਕਗਰਾਊਂਡ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਕੰਸਟਰਕਸ਼ਨ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗੀ। ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਪਰਮ went to Radisson for his civil engineering course, which was great. ਮੈਂ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ, ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਪੋਲੀਟੀਸ਼ੀਅਨ ਹਾਂ। ਆਈ ਸੀ ਮਾਈ ਫਰੈਂਡਸ ਆਲ ਓਵਰ ਹੀਅਰ। ਇਹ ਕੌਨਸੈਪਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਜਦੋਂ ਦਾਸ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਇਆ 1970 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਵੀ ਵਾਰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ, ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ, ਵੀ ਵਾਰ ਨਾਟ ਇਵਨ ਮੋਰ ਦੈਨ 100 ਪੀਪਲ ਹੀਅਰ। What we went through to get a job for me, I am from the 5th batch of Guru Nanak Engineering College. At that time, there was only 3 degree colleges in Punjab in engineering. And my college, Guru Nanak Engineering College, was the first one of them. And then there was only 3 medical colleges. So I came here, I couldn't get a job. I started at $1.65 as a laborer. My hands used to bleed pushing steel sheets into the presses. My training, first job was Hindustan Motors, Calcutta, which is like General Motors, very large company employing over 40,000 people. Then I had to stay in Punjab, and I got a job as assistant professor in my faculty there. My family was mostly Amritdhari, and with God's grace, Guru Maharaj di kripa de naal, ਮੇਰੇ ਦਾੜੀਆਂ ਕੇਸਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੀ ਡਿਫਿਕਲਟੀ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਸੀ। I was kind of forced into starting my own business. I was never cut out to be a businessman. Anyway, it's a long journey. I'm 81, going to be on 7th or 9th of November. As far as Child Group is concerned, I call them English Prestige. They have done very, very well. This concept was born to me also in 2005 or 8, when we got land for putting a plaza on Gore Road and Ebenezer. There was no Gurdwara there, so we got involved. It's a long story. At that time, even what we say that our joint family system doesn't work here in all the communities, because her children have grown up. System is different. There are a lot of empty nesters. I'm one of them. The idea was to have a house where husband and wife, if they are two still alive, they should have a decent, luxurious accommodation. That's why the idea was born, like independent living on Gore Road. And we have approval there also, putting 11-story building, with about 96 apartment. Anyway, so this is a very good idea. We need these, where all the services there, and Chahal family, I will call them, and they have done it very happy. I think about 2-3 years ago, Paji told me that we are going to create this thing. So, I congratulate them from my family at large. And it's a great idea. Because there are a lot of homes like that. One of them is Amica, which I know in Mississauga. Okay, beautiful. And then the Holland homes are there. But our thing, I Punjabi chi bolanga, sadi problem is na ta asi Canadian khana, so to speak, which is milgoba of every kind, sara bahut acha, we enjoy it, but every day we can't eat that food. And all the time we cannot speak English, we like to talk in Punjabi. So we need a congenial atmosphere where we can socialize, and we have got facilities, religious, business, all the amenities, So this is a very good, I'm very happy, congratulate them, and I've taken too much time, of my own. So it's a very good thing. We need more places like that. So I definitely appreciate what the City Council has done, including Pat is here, my very close friend, Fatini, who's regional councillor in my 7 and 8 ward, I would say, So God bless us all. Parmatma mehr kare, bahut kamyabi ho ek bari fir. Sade bachche main to putre samjhda bete. Sade to mere grandchildren, they are 25 now. Ranju, my eldest daughter, she is 52. Harpreet Aliwal, who's my son-in-law, is 53. So we are there. So thank you very much for giving me a few minutes. So मैंने मुख्यमंत्री बख्शनी जी में कुछ बात काट बोल क्या होगा. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So now we want to do the exciting part of all of this. Oh, we have one more person, right? Did MP Ali make it? Running late? Approximately 5 minutes? Okay. You want to take up?
I just want to take a few minutes to talk about this video that's going to be playing, which has been playing for the last half an hour. I really want to thank you, Praveen and BTI Group, for putting this together. And we first talked about Jeevan, Niwas, Parm, and I to Praveen about our vision. And Praveen actually stepped up and really delivered quality product. And this video really talks about the passion in terms of what type of living styles we're going to have, what type of cuisine, in terms of the amenities and the rendering that we were talking about. This is our vision in terms of what the buildings could look like. And we're actually working with the city of Brampton to make sure that's deliverable. But I really wanted to talk, as you can see, what is the Jeevan Niwas? And this video says it all. So thank you to BTI Group. Thank you.
while we spend a few minutes chatting a little bit more, does anybody have any burning questions, anything you want to ask? Concerns about or suggestions, anything?
I'm just trying to figure out, is it going to be only one bedroom?
Oh, good point. The question was, right, the question was about the units themselves, whether there were only one bedrooms and whether they would have kitchens or not. So there will be a variety of unit types. For the more assisted living and memory care, it will all be private accommodation, more studio accommodation. Think of the units as the bedroom, okay? Because we, in Origin and for Jeevan Niwas, we want people to enjoy their day. So we want them outside their unit as much as possible. The other thing that we're planning on are some 2-bedroom units that will allow couples who are aging at different rates to be together, where the more frail partner can get the services and support they need, and the more active partner doesn't have to feel like they're the primary caregiver. I think we're all aware of situations with our families where the primary caregiver is a spouse or family members. Just as an aside, in Canada, the vast majority, probably closer to 90% of all seniors live in their own homes and depend on largely family and friends as a caregiving network, okay? Yes, as you get older, you can depend on government-sponsored, funded home care and ultimately government-funded long-term care. So what we are doing is fitting in between living independently in your own home and going to any higher level of acute or subacute care or long-term care. Okay, so it's more of it's not a one-size-fits-all. We're kind of trying to mirror the South Asian community and say, these are the types of accommodation we're planning. Some other questions?
How long does it take
To build it?
I know that, but it takes time. Any approximate time you have?
To build the buildings? Yeah. We were just talking. Yeah. Sorry, the question was how long will the construction take and when will the buildings be open? In about 24 months. Okay, so over the next 24 months that it's going to take to build these buildings, you can expect that you will be hearing lots about Jeevan Niwas. I know in Sandeep and Praveen's mind, we want to be consistent about keeping the name Jeevan Niwas top of mind, because these things take time, right? To gestate, to get into your psyche and then help people move along to that point 24 months from now when we open our doors, and so we can have people move in. So it isn't like a condominium thing where you buy your unit and you wait. Here we're going to be renting the suites, so it will be, yes, we will have a priority waiting list, but at the end of the day, it's going to be an assessment done about a month or two before you actually move in, because we want to customize the care and services for each person. So you'll be hearing lots. We'll be showing up at events and sponsoring special activities. I can honestly tell you that Parm and Sandeep's vision is to ingratiate ourselves as much as possible into the community. They want to be part of the lexicon of life. So if there are events and sponsorships and opportunities like that, we want to know about them. We'll be there. We want to slowly build awareness that way. Okay, question?
Is there a certain percentage of staff that you want to be South Asian?
Yeah, that's a question is percentage of staff. Actually, what I can tell you is in the South Asian community, I've been an operator for 35 years. There are a lot of extremely passionate, talented South Asian caregivers working in this industry. it will be an opportunity for especially ones that are local who want to come and work with people in their own community to join us. But this is Canada, right? We're a multicultural society, so we don't exclude anybody. But if there are opportunities to have culturally appropriate care, that's what we want to do. I'll just give you a quick, while we're waiting here. We did a project in downtown Calgary with the Chinese United Church, and it was for the Mandarin and Cantonese speaking Chinese population in Calgary. And one of the things we found, just by listening, is that for seniors, especially those who came from China to be with their adult kids in Canada, they didn't trust Western medicine, right? So they would the kids would take them to the doctor, they would get their pills, and they'd bring them back and they wouldn't touch them. And so, we had to be, open and aware. And so we started working with local people who are herbalists, and getting them to help convince the seniors to take their meds, right? Because if you don't do that, your health deteriorates. I just give you that example to say we don't know all the answers, right? But we're going to listen, and we're going to be open, and we're going to do something really remarkable. I can guarantee you that.
So just regarding the question regarding the South Asian language, every staff will be speaking different language for sure. Depending on the residents that move in. It could be Jewish, it could be Punjabi, it could be, I don't know, whatever language it is, it's going to be multiple languages. That's very, very important. We're not just, even though our focus is South Asian, but it's open to everybody. I really want to talk about that. Our community focus is South Asian, but it is open. Okay?
Yes, we will have guest suites available. The question was, will there be guest suites available if family from out of town or from another country come to visit somebody who's living in Jeevan, Niwas? The answer is yes. That's a big part of what we do, is to create that opportunity. What I will also mention we want to do with our outreach, remember I said we want to engage the greater GTA South Asian community, people who are living in their own homes. Sometimes those people living in their own homes need what in our industry we call transitional care or respite. And that's if families are going away for a month or 2 weeks, what happens to their parent? They can come and stay with us. It's almost like a holiday. We treat that as an opportunity, obviously, for marketing and convince people to move in. But transitional care is understanding when people may have catastrophic illnesses or maybe a knee replacement or a hip replacement. It's sometimes very hard to go back to your own home, but you can come and recover with us because our entire building has been designed to be barrier-free and supportive of older people, right? So they can come, spend a couple of weeks or a month with us, get better, go back home. So it's kind of a new age approach to being part of a community, and as I call it, a community ordering principle, right? We're not just one trick pony. We do a lot of different things. Another question?
Will you have trained medical staff to kind of deal with the different health issues the seniors have?
Yeah, we are not a medical building per se, okay? So we will have 24-hour skilled nursing, however. And so an emergency response system, when Sandeep talked about the technology, the ability to have a button on your wrist that you can press if you feel a pain, to walk around the campus here, and we'll know exactly where you are. So if you have a problem, we can come to you. If somebody is a risk of wandering, but they are not requiring to be in a, let's call it a more secure neighborhood, which is locked, like our memory care. Lots and lots of seniors are like this, right? My mom, who is 90, is like this. We have the technology to be able to monitor where she goes. And if she gets beyond a certain point, there will be an alarm, somebody will know. It just makes people feel more human, right? Like you don't feel like you're trapped in a community where you're locked in. Another question? It's rental. So it's a monthly rental fee, but I'm careful to use the word rent because rent always presumes real estate. But remember what you're buying here. I always say you're buying the cruise, not the cabin, right? Yeah. So all of the services, with the exception of healthcare, which is a one-on-one thing, but meals, housekeeping, laundry, all your utilities, cable, heat, hydro, everything. It's kind of an all-inclusive pricing.
What's the cost? What the cost for the cruise?
$1 billion. No, Sandeep, I don't know how you want it. We're...
Yeah, it's okay. The cost basically, to be determined still, but very similar to the Namaka model, because we're still about 2 years away from opening, so I don't want to release the pricing just yet. Okay?
But it's similar to the model.
Correct. Okay.
Next question. Okay, it is an annual lease agreement, but if you need to move or you don't like it, 30 days notice, and it's understandable. So, okay. All right. So now we'd like to invite up MP Shafat Ali, if you wouldn't mind coming to the stage. Thank you for coming.
Good morning. My name is Shafqat Ali. I'm a member of Parliament for Brampton Centre. It is truly an honor to be here. I was, in August, I was in Calgary, where I saw there was an event, similar kind, was being built for specifically for South Asian community. And when I came back and I talked about it with the various community leaders, the need is there. Our aging population is aging, and especially for our South Asian communities, our requirement and the need of our elders is different, but we don't have a facility. And here I received this invitation, and honestly, what you've been doing, that you have fulfilled my wish to start something which is needed here, where desperately need this. And I commend your effort, and I congratulate you for putting this together, realizing this is a very important for our elders, for our future, for our community. So it's an honor for me to be here, and if I can do anything in my capacity, I'll be always there to help. Thank you so much for having me. I had a written speech, but it came from heart, so thank you. I've brought a token of appreciation for you, for the organizers.
So I just want to say thank you to everybody. We're going to just do the groundbreaking with this dignitaries out there. So if everyone can make their way out there, and there's still some snacks. If you haven't had some snacks, please enjoy some snacks. And we thank you once again, everyone, for coming.
So we have Mr. Sandeep Duppar with us today, and he is one of the major driving forces of the Jeevan Niwas retirement village. Sandeep, what kind of facilities can the seniors expect at the village?
They will accept in terms of premium facilities, which will have, as I said, 155 rooms. Out of 155 rooms, 16 will be dedicated to memory care, 36 will be dedicated to assisted living, and remaining 100 will be dedicated to independent living. Plus we will have, again, South Asian cuisine, which will be separated in terms of you'll have a Jain cooking kitchen, vegetarian will be cooked separately, non-vegetarian will be cooked separately. Plus our facility will actually have a lot of premium facilities in terms of the amenities, like aqua fitness, swimming pools, exercise. What the seniors can actually get exercises on a day-to-day basis. We'll have a movie theater where the seniors can get together and watch movies together. We'll have an activities area where the seniors can actually also play like teen patti or rummy, whatever they like to play, enjoy it. The socialization is very, very important. And a library as well, where they can read some heritage on Indian books, local books, whatever they want. There's a lot of different facilities we'll have it, plus trails at the back. As you can see, a lot of our facilities are very green. And we will have a lot of trails which will really provide fitness to the seniors. And the gym that we actually will have will be a smart gym, which we can actually track the seniors' health. And that's very important to see seniors active.
As you said that socializing is very important, and this was one of the much needed efforts in the city of Brampton for the seniors, but you definitely must have had some challenges during the way. And how did the city of Brampton or the council help you through it?
At the city of Brampton, especially Steve Ganesh has been a big supporter of us. The councillor, Pat, has been very supportive of us. Both city, I cannot thank them enough. Big support to help us through our journey for the last 2 years to get to the zoning process, get to the SPA process, now finally getting into our construction.
2 years down and 2 more to go until it opens. And what were the challenges during these 2 years?
The biggest challenge was COVID. I mean, COVID, again, with people working from home, meeting some deadlines. But at the end of the day, we got through it, and I look forward to working with the city and the region appeal and our councillors to get our journey opened in 2 years.
Thank you so much for talking with us.